Yo, people, what you telling me back again for another Red Talk? And yeah, bruv, Flawless is here, bruv, in the back. So 1 second, he should be in. What's the audio? Everything's fine, yeah? Everything's blessed, yeah? Big up everyone inside. Oh, you lot are killing me. Yo, fam, what you telling me?
Yes, fam. What you saying? You good?
Yeah, bless, man. Hey, big up everyone inside. Obviously, we got a lot to talk about. I know people are excited. Do you know what I mean about the stadium and stuff like that? Do you know what I mean? So yeah, what you telling me though, my bro?
All good, fam. My connection moving dodgy. Or was it just on my end?
I don't know, bro. The
Yeah, me
audio's
too.
fine. Do you know
The
what I'm
audio
saying?
good, the
So
visual good. It might just be on my end then. Hey, the chat will let
yeah,
me know anyway. If not, I'll jump out and jump back in. But yeah, man, all blessed first and foremost. You good? First and foremost, fam.
yeah, bro. Can't complain. I'm all right, man. I'm all
Yeah.
right. I'm all right. Can't complain at all, bro. So
No, I love that.
yeah,
Love that, fam.
man's just here, man.
Yeah, I love that.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, big up everyone in the chat as well, man. Big up you lot, man. We got a lot to dissect, bruv, man.
Yeah. New stadium and all them things there. Mad.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Mad.
bro. Well, bro, this is mad. And yeah, bro, did you get to watch the gym interview yet?
Nah, I've watched bits. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I've watched bits and pieces, so I've seen clips. I've only seen clips. Because how long
It's
was that
definitely
actual
worth a
film?
watch. It's like 45 minutes. It's definitely worth a
All right,
watch.
cool. All right, if it's worth a watch, I'll watch it after this. But yeah, I've seen clips, and obviously I've seen quotes and things that got stated and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's definitely worth a watch, man. It clears up certain things, man. I think the business side of running the club, I completely trust him, bro. You know them ones. The football side is the only side that I really care about. That's yet to be seen, in it. So we just have to wait and see. The one thing I would say, yeah, the one thing I would say is so far, all their recruitment in terms of personnel and stuff, like I don't really have too many problems.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
that's the one positive with
Yeah.
Ineos. I said that in the summer, that the signings on paper at the time I liked, and then you see how it plays out in what's been a poor season. They're the players that I don't worry about when I see the lineup. So the likes of Maz, who I think's been our best player this season, Dalit, Yoro, Agate, Zirkzee grew into the season and got better as it's gone along as well. So yeah, they're the few shining lights in what's been a dim season. It's the rest,
Yeah.
it's the sign, especially not this last summer, the summer before. They had awful signings before that, but we move.
100%. And what man are saying? What 2030 is when they reckon this new stadium is going to be built? Is that what you lot are telling me with the 2030 thing?
So what they're saying, I've not seen the full news, all the information on the new stadium. Is it? I'm guessing it's near where Old Trafford is now. That's where they're going to build it.
Yeah, just
It's
the
near
back,
where Old Trafford is
just the
now.
back
Oh
bit
yeah,
in it,
all that
like
is
just
there.
the extended it from all that wasteland that's behind. Because the club
Okay.
still own it. It's just not doing anything.
And yeah, because
So
there's a lot of space. For those that I say
yeah,
this all the time, I've said it before on my platform, but I've said to people, if you've never been to Old Trafford, there is so much space surrounding Old Trafford. Like if you're going towards the Trafford Centre, but I didn't know the club owned that space. But yeah, there's so much to utilize. So not only can they build a new stadium there, you can build other facilities around it too, like hotels and things of that nature. If
but
you
that's
wanted
what I
to.
mean. It's a whole development. Like it's not just the stadium. The stadium's going to be the main attraction, but there's going to be loads of stuff around it, similar to Wembley. Like when you look at Wembley, like it's got the outlet center around it, and people can go shopping and stuff like that. So they're probably gonna construct it very similar
Yeah,
to
they don't do all that.
Wembley in terms of the stuff that there is to do around there. With Wembley Stadium in the outlet center, they got cinema, they got Nando's, you can go shopping. They're bare different things, like that. So it's not just the stadium. The stadium's obviously the main attraction, but around the stadium, there's loads of stuff to do, and obviously that's going to create loads of jobs. It's going to create loads of jobs, man. Because with Wembley, they've got loads of food places around there, everything like that. So I can assume that that's probably what's inspired it, and that's exactly why they're saying, yo, we need
Funding.
government funding because we're going to be providing loads of jobs in XYZ, which is, if you've got your business hat on, it's the only way to do it. Like,
it's smart.
yeah,
Like you said, utilize all that space since
yeah,
you have it, because that's a big issue that most football teams, but football teams have, that there is no space to build a new stadium. Like you hear, like with Chelsea with the bridge, like there ain't space around there for them to build a new stadium. And like you mentioned, everything surrounding it as well. So it's going to create thousands of jobs and make so much money as well. And then they'll probably, I don't know, change Old Trafford into like the training pitch or something like of that nature. They'll still utilize that depending on what they want to do. So it's a good sign, 100%. In the same 2030 first.
yeah,
I don't really have too much complaints with the new signing, to be honest. I mean, new signing, a new stadium, to be honest. That's fine.
yeah. That's what I mean. Man said it's the same architect as Wembley. I didn't even know that, but okay,
All
that
right,
makes a
okay.
lot of sense.
I had no
So
idea.
this is what it is, and that's facts, bro. All these working class people, yeah, that are going to be out of jobs apparently when Jim's coming in, bro. There's going to be new jobs when the stadium's built in it, so man, them can get those back, and there's going to
Oh
be
yeah,
more
yeah.
jobs. There's going to be more jobs available when the Old Trafford Village is built up here compared to the people that have lost jobs. So if 400 people have lost jobs at Old Trafford, there's going to be way more than 400 jobs available. There's going to be thousands of jobs available once everything gets built up. You know,
once they sort it out. Like you said, the main attraction is the stadium as well. So yeah, they'll pattern that, man. They'll pattern that.
that's it. 100,000 seater stadium, can't complain. Bro, like all of it sounds good, man. Like I said, the only thing that I didn't like was the timing of all of it. And this is what I told you lot. Do you know what I'm saying? The
You reckon
timing
they
of,
dropped it? Why? Because of everything that's going on and
well,
what's
of
going on the
course,
pitch.
man. Like, come on, bro. Like, bro, I'm not a dickhead, innit? Like, it's one of them ones. As much as it's a good idea, it's like, what are the odds, yeah, that these man protest, then the next day, man does the interview, then the next day, they announce the stadium. Do you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, bro, listen, them man know what they're doing.
Of course, because they have to have some form of positive PR, because what is positive about the club right now? What is positive? Like you just mentioned there, we had the protest. God forbid we go out of the Europa League on Thursday, finish wherever in the league, manager struggling, the team is struggling. You got Jim calling out, well, not calling out players, but saying players ain't good enough. Players are on too much money, which is surprising to hear the owner talk like that. Whether you believe, whether you agree with him or not, it's rare that owners come out and are that truthful about things. And then obviously you mentioned the job cuts as well. So it's all a mess on the pitch and off the pitch. No one's happy anywhere with Manchester United, despite how bad you think it is. That's one of the things all fans are in agreement on, that we're in a terrible state right now. So them dropping PR to help the situation makes sense. Like, all right, there's nothing going on good right now. Let's promise these man something in 5 years.
I hear it. Like, guys, what's his name? I see the thing with the Gary Neville voiceover. Obviously, I didn't listen to it.
What's the thing with the Gary Neville voiceover?
But no, they were doing like United posted like a digital kind of thing of what the stadium's supposed to look like. It's on the Instagram, innit? But
okay.
if it's on Twitter or something like that, send the link, people, and I'll dash it on here now. But now it looks decent, man. Obviously we'll talk about this, and then we'll talk about different parts of the interview, because I actually like the interview, to be honest. Bare people were like, oh, Gary Neville was pressuring my man and that. Bro, Gary Neville weren't pressuring no one. Please understand, yeah, that Jim allowed him to interview him, which means Jim knew every single question he was going to get asked. So when people are trying to make it look like Gary Neville ambushed him and that, it wasn't that. I rate the fact that Jim, yeah, was comfortable enough to sit there, even though some of the questions were uncomfortable, yeah. I rate the fact that he sat there and he answered them, bro, because the whole time with the Glazers, yeah, Man United fans hypocritically have been moaning, saying, oh, they don't tell us what's going on. And now my man's telling you what's going on. You're moaning that man's telling you what's going on. It's like, man are just never going to be happy. It's like, man always need a villain. You know them, man? That man always need a villain, bro. Like, it's what drives them, fam. You know what I mean? It's just not that deep to me, you know? It's like... It's business.
Yeah, like I said, he sat down. It's like politics, like a politician. You know, a politician's not going to go into an interview not knowing what's going to be asked. So it's highly unlikely that Neville's asked him a question and he's like, "Whoa!" And some of the things, like for instance, when he mentioned about what was it? There was a part of the interview that I seen where he mentioned about that was it, the players' union. You know, the money for the players being cut, and Gary Neville offered him a solution, and he was like, "Well, nobody suggested that." That's open. That's open.
I rate that.
That don't make you look good. Like that's being too honest.
No, but I like that though, because he's basically saying, "Yo, I'm not taking food off their plate because I don't like them. It was a business decision. So if someone offered me an alternative, I'm open to hearing it." Which I rate.
Nobody offered it. Like, you're Manchester United, you have resources to make money,
but no one offered an alternative because the truth is, no one cares, blood. And that's really, and really and truly, to a certain degree, they shouldn't. Flawless. I'll be real. Do you understand? When did Man United start offering pensions and that? You know them, man. It's like, bro, like you played for the club, you don't play no more. All right, cool. That's it. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is the problem with Man United. Man United have been run like a charity for so fucking long, yeah? Them man are doing these jobs for the boys thing. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, oh, if a player's going through hard times, Man United just give them a job. Like, bro, that's not how it works.
Nah, it shouldn't give him a job, no. I'm saying if you're going to do it, like make it, like the suggestion that Gary Neville made makes all the sense in the world, and it don't cost you anything.
Yeah.
It's like you're Manchester United. You have resources to make money that don't cost you anything. Like
I hear that, but it's not for Jim to be. It's not.
It's not on him. It's not on him, but it's like the announcement we were just talking about with the PR. It's an easy thing to solve that helps you.
Yeah,
like that's where I'm at with it. Like he said, put a dinner together, have a couple of the senior players do it. You won't raise enough money for calm for the year, and then you're good. And then you're not getting this negative backlash and not having to announce things like this because it's just all grey clouds surrounding Manchester United. Like I said, we like Mario Kart and we just constantly got the grey cloud on us consistently over the top of us, and it's just misery. But,
no, 100%. Let's run this video.
Yeah. Play it, fam. Oh, good.
Let me take this flipping music off before they try to copyright this bombo clock. You get me? Man, I don't even know nothing about this. Let's see anyway, this bloody thing.
Manchester, a city, a stadium, a skyline.
Bruv, this is what I'm saying. Man, like Gary Neville's pressuring my man. Gary Neville's narrating the fucking thing, bro. You know them ones. Gary Neville's bruv. Man's at the table with these dons, bro. Bruv, these man were talking like Gary Neville was doing the fans a favor. Oh, he's a proper red. I saw the fucking chat. I mean, I saw the comments. Oh, he's a proper red. Like, it's like, bruv, come on, man. Wouldn't be surprised if Jim wrote the questions for it. You know, like that. It's like, what are you talking about, man? It's not even making sense right now.
Risen together, Manchester and United, forever entwined. Youth, courage, success in our blood. A glorious history, a future to be written. Where workers once grafted, a new landmark will rise. A new theatre for dreams to come alive. A design inspired by the Red Devil's trident. A modern take on our industrial roots. 100,000 fans, united as one. A place for glory, a place for pride. A sea of red, the loudest crowd. A majestic arena where history and future collide. A public space, a focal point, a catalyst for renewal, full of hope for our fans and community. A new home for United, a new place for Manchester, a new future on familiar ground.
Bro, that looks sick, bro. I can't lie, bro.
The stadium's fire. This
Bruv,
new stadium is fire.
that Trident thing looks wavy, blood. I ain't
The
gonna
new
lie.
stadium,
Bro.
the new stadium looks fire.
I'm not
100,000.
gonna lie, that looks cold, bro.
Yes.
That
They
looks
know how
cold.
to try and pull on your heartstrings, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I'll
Gary
be honest,
Neville,
my
the
heart is
thing.
cold, bro. When I was watching
I
that,
know you. I ain't talking
bro, when
to
I was
you.
watching this, I was like, yo, this is fucking cheesy,
Yeah.
blood. However,
I ain't talking
like,
about you. I know that would be your thoughts on it.
the
You know what I'm
Trident
saying?
looks crazy, bro.
I wasn't including you in this, fam. That's why when I said that,
You
I
know,
know
man's
you
talking
would.
about the working class roots, man. Shut up,
Yeah.
man.
I knew
You
what
know
I
them
knew what
ones
he was
there, like,
talking
them man
about.
always doing this, bro. This is
Yeah,
why they
bro.
don't like good footballers in Manchester, bro. Because man wanna do this working class roots thing, blood and guts and that. Nah, bro. I just want to see man play ball, bro. I'm tired of this. Them man just want passion and intensity, flawless. That's what they want, man. I swear, down. It makes me sick,
do.
man.
They do, you know what I'm saying? They do, but they know how to pull. They know how to pull on the heartstrings, man. They know exactly what they're doing to get. Because they could have got anybody to narrate the thing, but they got Gary Neville.
But that's what I mean. It's like get
They
out
got
of here,
Gary Neville
man.
on purpose. They did. They
Yeah,
got me,
man.
man.
It's dusty.
I'm
man.
proud to be Mank. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? Man, talk about working class roots, you know, with some $2 billion fucking thing,
Hey,
bro.
it gotta make sense. You feel me? It gotta make sense. It's just does it pull on the heartstrings? You know what I'm saying? That's all that
Yeah,
matters. The youth courage success. I hope Amorim sees that and actually play some of the youth players. You know what I'm saying? Has the courage to play some of the youth players, then we might have some more success. That's what I hope so.
Man. Yeah, trust me, they love these struggle stories, bro.
100%.
Listen, I don't care about all that. Do
Love
you know what I mean? Are we winning?
man?
Or we not winning games? I don't care about all this other shit. I'll be honest. Like it does nothing for me. It doesn't move me, bro.
Yeah, I know you. Like you say, your heart's cold. So I know that it wouldn't move you. I knew that.
Yeah, but that's because, bro, I've seen too much bullshit in life, bro. Like you can't play me. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't get Gary Neville to narrate some video, yeah. Like, do you know what I mean? The day after, this owner just told me that the manager's doing well, yeah. When the Spurs lost bare games and that, like,
yeah, that's why with the ownership, that's why I didn't in particular we're in a rush to watch the whole thing. Because one, I knew I would hear clips and yourself and others and my rest of my co-hosts and people I work with would tell me. And number two, I know it would annoy me. Cause I know he'd say some foolishness. I don't particularly because I don't like Ineos. I knew what
I hear it.
I don't like these men.
I hear it. To be fair to Mando, he came in and he categorically was like, yo, we made a mistake not sacking Ten Hag in the summer. He said it. And I rate the fact that he said that. He said that, yo, it was a mistake keeping him, but he still stuck to the fact that he believed that he didn't have long enough. They didn't have long enough, yeah. They didn't have long enough to make a decision. And when you actually listen to how he broke it down, whether we like it or not, yeah, it's the truth. Like, if you look at the timelines of when Barada came in, when Ashworth came in, when you actually look at the timelines, it's crazy.
How long did he say they had? How long was it?
He said that Barada was in for like 3 days.
So Barada was in for 3 days. Okay.
For like 3 days, and Ashworth was there, but that's before the obviously the window and that opened. Because them man started in July.
Did he mention who was in the assessment when they first got in, when he was assessing him? He was before that.
Nah, he didn't say none of that.
He didn't say nothing. Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? He didn't say none of that.
That would have been a good question to ask for Gary Neville. I would have wanted to know, like, who was involved in the assessment before Barada and Ashworth got there, and who was involved in the Ashworth thing. And it's like, And did he mention the Tuchel thing at all? Did he mention it, fam? Did he mention it?
No, he didn't.
He didn't mention that. Okay.
But Gary Neville said to him, yo, would you have gotten rid of the manager basically if you'd found someone else? And he was just like, listen, we all came to the conclusion that we didn't have a long enough time to basically make a decision of that magnitude. And also there was a consensus that they weren't sure whether it was the structure that was letting down the manager or the manager letting down the manager, because obviously he would use the excuse and say, yo, the structure wasn't there. I wasn't back properly. So they were like, you know what? We'll give you the benefit of the doubt with the new structure and see if you can do it. Do you know what I'm saying? And obviously Jim said, you know what? In hindsight,
It was a
we
mistake.
shouldn't have. It was a mistake. We shouldn't have kept him. And he also said that the Dan Ashworth thing, yeah, he cited a lack of chemistry as why he moved him on, and he even said he don't know Ashworth like that. So it's one of them ones where
He was,
like
I swear, he was brethren with. I swear someone was close to
Brailsford it
Ashworth
must have been, bro. I'm telling you.
Brailsford. It was one of them, man, right? It was one. Somebody was close with him who had worked with him before.
Yeah, but bro, it must have been Brailsford. But this is what I kept saying. Like, it was one of them ones where Brailsford put Ashworth forward, and Jim said, "All right, cool," because people need to understand, yeah. Even though he's the face of it, he's never professed to being this all-knowing guy. He's never professed to it. So obviously, my man's come in. And then he was just like, you know what? That's not my guy. Because he even said to Gary Neville, you probably know him better than me. Because Gary Neville worked with the England squad, remember?
Yeah, he did. He was at England.
So Gary Neville
was there at the same time as he was at England.
Yeah. So Gary Neville was saying, oh, like, I know Dan and that. And Jim was like, yeah, well, you know him better than me, blood. Basically, like, that's not my guy. Like, he basically just said, that ain't my guy. So it's one of them ones where I hear it. Do you know what I'm saying? I fully hear it. I believe that Jim wanted to get rid of the manager. But like he said, yeah, the management team are the ones in charge of making that decision. And the management team didn't believe they were in place long enough to make that decision.
Yeah.
That's just all it is. So I think he answered everything really well.
Yeah, that is. I rate the honesty. I say that much. Yeah. I rate the honesty, number one. I do rate the fact that he said it was a mistake to keep him as well. He didn't double down. And I bet he didn't ask him in regards to why it took so long. Or were they still assessing him after? So once they've decided to keep 10. Yeah, because I would love to have known if it was more questions, man. Like in regards to why he then decided to get rid of him, then go and interview Tuchel, then go back to him. I would love to have known more information surrounding that part of it. Because that's what don't make no sense. Because you've already got strong doubts. You've already got major doubts to go and interview a next man for the job. I would have loved to have known why Tuchel was the man.
Yeah, but bro, also Tuchel was one of the only guys available. Like he was available. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
he was out of the job.
And not only was he available, but he kind of sounded out the club and let them know that he could be interested. Remember, him and Zirkzee were like the two managers that were kind of out of work. So it kind of made sense. Remember, Poch was still at Chelsea, but he was visibly on his way out, but no one was really sure. Like Tuchel was a home run. He was wide open. So because of that, that's the reason why I believe that he became like the main candidate, because he was wide open. He was there. We had a free run at him, and also he was the most experienced as well. He was the biggest name. So I can understand out of what was available why they wanted Tuchel.
And that would have been, I would have loved Gary Neville to have asked him that, to see what that is.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have enough, if you're saying you didn't have enough time, in your opinion, to get rid of Ten Hag and assess him properly with the new people, so Barada and Ashworth going in, but then you've decided enough that there's enough doubt surrounding it, pull the plug. Because then you've interviewed Tuchel, then not, but it's spilled milk. It's spilled milk. Well, at least they did admit it was a mistake, and then the lack of chemistry with Ashworth, which is crazy because they chased him for so long. But yeah, it's too bad. That's two horrible errors. That's two that have led us to this. And then also, I did see the quotes about Amorim when they said that they spoke to him, and he said he was going to stick to his principles coming in, etc., etc. So I wonder if there was any. And he didn't ask him about January and whether they had conversation about how many players would have brought in or targets for Amorim.
Yeah, but Amorim already said, when he first came into the club, he said that he knew that there wasn't money there. He said there wasn't no money there. You know what I mean? He said, I know we don't have the possibilities to do loads of things. Like he knew that. So I don't believe he was lied to.
I don't believe he was lied to. I just love to know the conversation.
And also, Jim also said that he supports the manager's wishes to move certain players on.
I'm with that.
So, like, he's being backed in it. The players that went out were because he wanted them out.
Yeah. I have no issue. Again, my problem is, I've said that at the time. I'm saying now I have no issue with the players that we let go or wanted out. My issue is replacements, and whether that's permanent transfers, whether that's loanees, or whether that's youth players, 2 out of 3 or all 3, because our squad, even with those players there, our squad has been light. Our squad has been light. I keep stating this. Sound like a broken record. It's super light in regards to, forget the quality. We know about the lack of quality in our side. Quantity too, because we've let go of players and not replaced them. And then you add in injured players, like for instance, Sancho, there was no replacement. Shaw being injured all the time, no replacement. Mount being injured all the time, no replacement. So that's 3 players right there. And then you add in Rashford, Anthony, Malacia. Can't just be 6 players down. And then you add in the players who are not good enough, like a Maguire, like a Lindelof. That's 8 off the top of that. Hoyland rubbish. Garnacho rubbish. You're all 11, 12 players down, and there's nothing to even anyone sits down and go, all right, let's actually try and solve this problem rather than just continue. Yeah, we brought in Dogu, cool, but that's it. Like, and then when someone mentioned already that Heaven looks like a steal.
Yeah, he looks like a
They
baller, bro. And that's
like,
a Wilcox thing, bro. Wilcox has brought in a lot of these young players, and so far they all look good.
And this has been my issue. This is why I've been screaming about it from Spider-Man rooftop rants. Play the youth players. Because Heaven's played. This is now the 2nd time he played against Fulham. He did okay. Played against Arsenal. Did okay. People acted like these youth players were going to be way out of their depth. Like the bar is high at Manchester. We are 14th. The bar is not high. If we was 4th, I'd hear it. If people were worried about youth players playing in the first team and the levels dropping and them affecting the whole team, I'd understand it affecting results. Results have been diabolical. So have performances. Haven't played well against Arsenal. Same way when Cheetos played. Again, we mentioned it right at the start about new signings. Positivity. That's how I'm looking at it, like positive effect. And what I like about Heaven as well, because he's left-footed, he gives the side a nice balance.
Oh yeah, bro. Like, and he's imposing as well.
Yeah, and he's add some athleticism, some much needed foot speed. Him, Dogu one side. If you add Ahmad at right wing back, once he's back over the other side, all of a sudden the team looks different. Whether it's Maz at right side and centre back or Yoro, that's a good left side and a good right side. It's something to build upon. Like play Kone, man. I mentioned here, run it. Why not play Collier when he's played, he's done all right. Same with Cheetah. Let's see, because we still got something to fight for. But
yeah, no, I hear it. I just think that this manager, even though he's shown that it's not in his character, he needs to be brave, blood. Yes. He needs to be, because we're not really playing for nothing else. Like, the best thing that can come out of this season is if he can blood players like Heaven, yeah, and they can be valuable members of the squad for next season. Might as well give these man minutes and invaluable experience. Same with Cheeto. He's 17, bro, but Kobe Mano was 18 last season when he was playing. So it's like,
the impact he had.
Exactly. So why not just give him some minutes, bro? Because he could be a valuable player next season, bro. We might as well start thinking about next season now.
Well, and it alleviates some pressure from him if he's brave. Because if he starts playing the youngsters, and we'll get to the Ireland chance, because that was woeful. And whether performances get better or whether results get better or both, that gives you more leeway. Because then we go, hey, you know what? The senior players are crap. But at least you are, if it's just for me, at least at least you attempted to turn it around. That's where I'm at with it. I'm like, okay, you actually tried to solve the problem. As much as people don't like when he's experimented, I'd rather you experiment and do the same thing over and over. That's where I'm at with it. So play the youngsters. And if results stay the same, I'll go, hey, you know what? Look at what he's working with. That's when you can start blaming the tools. That's when you can start blaming the ingredients, when you've tried everything. The youth players is the last resort. There's nothing else you can do. These men have been here long before you. They've been here under you and have just underperformed. It's like, all right, give someone else the shot. Like, Garnacho ain't scored in your reign in the Premier League. Stop playing him.
That's crazy, you know. That's actually crazy.
He scored in the Premier League in your reign. It's not working. Play someone else. I even saying a youth player. Run Ericsson there or something. Run someone else there. Whoever. Something.
Yeah. It's a strange situation with him, bro. But I just, bro, it's just one of them things where it's just hard. It's hard to even know what's going on because there's people out here trying to dress this season up as anything other than a failure, bro. Like, and I'm very confused as to how they can do that with a straight face, my bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, when you look at it, I said it a million times, yeah. We were in all competitions. We are 4 points off top 4 when the managers come in. We're 15 points off top 4 now, and we're out of all competitions apart from the
Europa League, yeah. Well,
that is a massive regression.
Yeah, it's been like I've said last week and said on previous weeks on here. It's gone from that. It's gone from awful to diabolical, and we didn't expect any. We didn't expect this. We were supposed to get better, even if it was marginal. We were supposed to get better, and that tells you all. Like, so anyone dressing it up as anything different is just lying to themselves. It's nothing positive. I'm super disappointed by what's going on. You were supposed to just come in and steady the ship and improve everything. That's all I asked. And again, not improve anything to winning the Premier League or challenging or top 4, or even necessarily top 6, or just better off. So we go, all right, yeah, we're better at this, and this. Everything's gone forward. Eye test, we look better, and stat test, we look better. And everything's gone backwards outside of winning the Europa League, which frankly we not. Our chances in that are slim to none. And it's more none than slim. So we'll see. I don't know what they're going to do in the summer. They got a massive summer. Do I believe they sack him? No, I've stated that. And from things I've heard that Ratcliffe said about the manager and him backing him and and him being part of bringing him in, he's their guy. So recruitment's going to be key. But if they do have this summer like they had last summer, I think we'll be in a better way.
He was involved in bringing him in a sense that he was at the table, but it would have been Omar Barada.
Yeah, it would have been his guys, wouldn't it?
It would have been Omar Barada that chose him. Do you know what I'm saying? And he would have just signed it off. But that would have been a Barada appointment, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like like what Jim said. Jim said, listen, I like Ruben, yeah. He's a cool brother. And he also said that that he's going to support the management team. So he did not at one point say that cool, like Ruben's my guy, I'm going to back him. He didn't say that, bruv.
Yeah, he didn't say that. But I'm saying in regards to the guys that we mentioned it just before about him not being a footballing guy like that, and the guys he's brought in, like your Baradas, etc. They've brought him in. So we'll see what's what. Someone said in the chat that Ten Hag he kept referring to in every interview as the manager.
Yeah, the manager. He didn't mention him by his name. He didn't.
Yeah,
I mentioned that at the beginning when I was watching the things. I was seeing it and I was like, bro, he wasn't even mentioning this guy by his name. He kept saying, "Oh, the coach and this, that, and the other." Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the coach, the manager. So with Amarim, I think they are going to. I think they are going to see what's what. Because again, we've seen it with the assessment of Ten Hag. Have they had enough time? In their opinion, will they have enough time to assess him? And they mentioned also, because you mentioned this in regards to Ten Hag about, is it the structure letting down the manager or is it the manager letting down the manager? And they're just implementing things because they're new. This is their first full season. So are they looking at it the same and going, all right, let's get the structure in place properly. Let's give this manager a first full window in the summer and see if results get better. Of course, we know his head's on the chopping block if it doesn't improve next season. But this season, we'll see how it plays out. But who knows? It's a mess. I don't hold that much faith. I'm not going to lie. I don't hold that 100%. Much faith. I'm not looking forward to this. I'm not looking forward to next season. I'm really, really not. I don't. I hope I'm wrong.
I hear it.
Certain changes, but I don't know. I don't know what they do. Again, recruitment. That's key. That's what will get me. I think I'll know my full thoughts once the window's closed. Like, all right, who have we brought in? Where have we brought in? Who have we let go? Etc. Because we need attacking players, man. And when I say attacking players, it's not necessarily strikers and tens. I'm just talking about players who help in the offensive third. So a central midfielder, for example, who's going to get on the ball and play the ball.
Yeah, we've been linked with Edison, bro. You know what I mean? And them links have come. They've come through they've come through again more recently.
Yeah, so something like that. Like we just need it's going to be, man, just the quality. They gotta be working non-stop now. Our recruitment team, they gotta be on it now. And for to bringing in players now and player sales now. Obviously, we'll get the 25 M's for Sancho, however much we can spend of that on this the PSR rule. So that's how I'm looking at in regards to it. But we'll see how they do and what transpires. But they got a gigantic job. It's mammoth this summer.
Yeah, it's massive, bro.
Rebuild. This is now the actual rebuild. There was the rebuild off the pitch with the hierarchy and bringing in a director of football and Vavel and Barada and all these players. And all these staff members. Now it's on the pitch. You now have the manager in charge. You now have the formation and system he's trying to play. Is now going to get players. And that is one thing, like I said, they have done well. Like the dog you signed and I like, that makes sense. You need more like that. Good player, good age, good attributes you see, not expensive transfer fee, not big wages, low risk. He was like, what, 25 M's? Bring in 4 or 5 players like that. That's what that is. Are we linked to
I hear it.
Yeah, goalkeeper still. Yes, Luna, yes.
Bro, we just need a goalkeeper, bro.
We need a goalkeeper in, yes.
Like, brother, you know what I mean? We don't even need a worldie keeper. Like, you don't need a worldie to be better than Onana.
Yeah, we just need a competent goalkeeper that will just do basic goalkeeping things because he excels at nothing. My times against Arsenal, this man kicks the ball out of play. Constantly. Kicks the ball out of play.
No, facts. You look, let's run out these lights, people. 1,500 in here. Guys, brother, man's talking about what Jim said about Zirkzee, bro. Like you're misquoting him, bro, and you're putting fake information in the chat. He didn't say anything like that, bro. I don't know, but I don't know. I struggle to understand why people have comprehension issues. Like they hear something and then it computes in their brain as something else.
Because you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, especially with football, want to hear what fits what they're thinking and backing up their thought process.
It's so weird, isn't it? Because the manager was asked about the signings, yeah. The manager was asked about the signings.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind, yeah, what I took from what Jim Ratcliffe said, was that he don't watch Man United every game. He doesn't. It's clear, innit? He doesn't watch us all the time, bro. All he said was that Zirkzee was getting roughed up against Arsenal, and he wouldn't have been used to that kind of physicality in Italy, which is a fact.
That's what he said. That makes sense.
That's what he said. Because man were talking about the signings coming in and obviously the signings adapting and whatnot, bro. It's completely different football. Yeah. And he was getting roughed up against Arsenal because he was isolated up there and he needs to adapt to a new league. So he literally said it's a new league and he needs to adapt to that, which is a fact. Like he didn't say nothing wrong. I don't understand why people are going on like, man said, yo, man shit, and he's not doing well. He didn't say that, bro. He said that he was getting roughed up and he was like.
The thing is with Zirkzee, I don't think he's in that game or games. I look at Zirkzee and go, he's struggling physically.
No, but he never struggles physically, but they were roughing him up because he embarrassed them the last time they played, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So man were leaving stuff on him, and because he was playing right up top as well, like he was getting isolated, and they were leaving stuff. They were leaving it on him in the game. They were trying to get in and amongst him and get about him to throw him off his game because he cooked them last time. Do you know what I mean? So they were roughing him up. They were paying him extra attention, and there's nothing wrong with that. Well, do you know what I'm saying?
It's part of the game. Like, yeah, but I didn't see it and think, yeah, like that's it's not story.
He literally said, man, it's time to settle in the league, bro. And he came from a league that is less physical. And Italy is a lot less physical in that aspect than thingy. So, yeah, like it is what it is. It's a more physical league than Italy. Of course it is. Do you know what I mean? That's common sense, bro. Like, I don't understand how somebody took... I don't understand how you can take anything other than that out of it.
Yeah, you know obviously I didn't watch the full thing, but yeah, if you would have criticized Zirkzee heavily or any player individual, that would have been the main talking point. That would have been the main quotes.
That would have just made no sense. You know what I'm
That would
saying?
have been that would have. But that would have. What I'm saying is that would have been the main thing. If he would have said this player here is struggling, or this player here is terrible, that would have been the main quotes.
Yeah, he never
Same
said
way
that.
he would have said the manager. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
What
how I
it-
know.
what it- what it exactly, bro? Do you know
Yeah,
what I
that's how
mean?
I
It's
know.
just
That would have been the main talking point. If he said insert player here, he's
Mm.
awful, or he's struggling, or I don't. He could have even went as far to say I don't rate him. It would have been the main topic. Like one of the main things I seen was him mentioning the signings.
bro,
Like
and
he
he
said-
literally said that he said that
Okay.
he was happy with the signings in the summer.
No,
He
I'm
said
talking
that he's
about
happy with
before.
the players.
No, I'm talking about before they got in, like the signings before when he was like Anthony and Casemiro.
Yeah, of course.
and
Them man inherited. He said we
Yeah.
inherited X, Y,
Yeah.
Z, but he
And that
was
would have
happy with the summer window that we had because it was a good window.
Yeah, it's a positive window. I do like the window.
Do you know what I mean? It's one of the best windows that we've seen. So
Yeah. So I like the players we brought in.
yeah, exactly. So it's really not that deep, blood. I think people are looking for stories where there are no stories, blood.
Of course. You know what it's like. People gotta get clicks and retweets and likes and da. And yo, City ain't getting Camavinga. Let's just state that. They ain't not getting Camavinga. He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Madrid would be foolish to let him go. When's the last
But that's
time Madrid let a player like that go?
I know, but they're saying, man, his agents are close to Man City. Obviously, the agency, my guy works for the agency, bro, and they got Jack Grealish. They got Jack Grealish, man. They got Ivan Toney. They're saying that they brought Mamouche there as well. I didn't know that Mamouche was with that agency as well, but that doesn't mean shit, bro. I'll be honest. Like Stella got they got players at every club, so this is a non-story, bro. I'll be honest, they got players everywhere, bro.
Yeah, I'm just looking at
Like, they got Kobe Mino, so they've got Kobe Mino as well. Do you know what I'm saying? So and Kobe Mino's at Man United, so saying that right, they got Jack Grealish, so he's gonna go City or something. That's fucking bollocks, mate. Like it doesn't mean anything. Like this is what I mean about.
We're getting to that time.
But this is what I keep trying to tell, man. Like these things are dumb, bro. Obviously, because I know these guys, yeah. I know the agency, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So when man are saying, they've got players at Man City, they got players at Man United as well. Like, do you know what I mean? They got players in Saudi. Does that mean that man's going Saudi? Like, what does that even mean?
Gotta get stories. Like I just checked it here. His contract runs out 2029. He ain't going nowhere. Why would they let him go? Like, yeah, of course they'll want more game time, but he'll get more game time.
Is this legit? This ain't legit, bro. There's still a chance that Sancho could end up back at United if Chelsea decide not to go through with the deal. They can't not go through it. I swear they signed the thing.
Well, they did sign as long as they finish above 12, which they're going to, it is 25 million. But I'm presuming that there is an escape clause, so to speak, which would be a significant penalty. If that is the case, I'm sure that there probably isn't a fine print. Not probably, let me change that. Could be. It could be true. But I can't think of any has there been any recent where it's been along with an obligation to buy and you've hit the criteria and the deal's not gone through? I can't remember any.
I don't know.
I can't remember any. Maybe the chat can, but I don't. Where I'm like, it's not gone through. There was an obligation, like, all right, the player must play 25 games. And he's played over 25 games, and then the buy.
This sounds like bollocks, you know what I'm saying? I'll be honest. Sounds like bollocks, bro. But if they want to pull the plug on it, safe. You know
they might be sitting in the contract where they have to pay us more money. They have to, like, it might be, all right, we don't buy him, but we pay you 25 or 30 million anyway. It might be that. Because what's determined as a significant penalty? It's very open. It's like that's open to interpretation. What's the significant penalty?
I don't know. I have no idea, bro. I don't know, but the penalty is not going to be as much as it would cost them to sign him, clearly. So, do you know what I mean? If they had to pay us 10 million, yeah, and give us Sancho back, bruv, give me the 10 million, man. Like, get the fuck, bruv. You know, like that. This is not even that deep.
No.
I'll be real. It's not even that deep, man. Honestly. Like, we shouldn't have sold man in the first place. That's some dickhead thing, bro. So, yeah, I mean, I don't expect him coming back, but...
Not if we're going to start playing 2-10s, no? If I knew we were going to start playing 2-10s, I would have said keep him, because he fits that.
Brother, I just
Play
be
it
real.
depends. He fits
I
it.
just be real. When I look at this whole situation, I don't see him wanting to come back. Yeah.
No.
And also, it's like I'm just tired of it, Flawless.
I hear you.
You know, I'm
I
tired
hear
of
you.
it.
I
I just
hear
don't
you.
want anything to do with any of this.
Not only is everything bad, then we have a whole circus surrounding it. I get you. I don't think he'd want to come back though. If I'm him, I don't want to come back. For what?
But just get me Pogba, yeah, and bring back Sancho as well, blood, and just bring the boys back. You know them ones.
Are you just saying get the gang back together? Is that what you are?
I've run it back, man. You know them ones. I'm bored, like, bro. We need some entertainment, Flawless. This club's boring, man. I'll be real. It's boring, bro.
We're like a dreadful soap, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, like when
But there you go. What do they do in EastEnders when it gets shit? They bring back the OGs, bro.
Yeah, man.
You know the ones. I turned on my TV the other day. I saw Phil, Grant, and Sharon, blood. I see bare people that I still knew, blood, from growing up. You know them ones. I was like, right. Man, ain't watched EastEnders, yeah, for like 10 years, bro, or something like that. And I turned it on, and there's still Donnies there that I know, bro. I was like, yo, this is the way forward.
Yeah, but that's what they do when it gets low. They do that in wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Ratings
Yeah,
get low.
bro.
All right, let's bring back.
But there you go. Look, John Cena just came back, bro. Like, this is what man needs to do.
Bring back the Rock, Stone Cold, and all them things there.
Yeah, man. Heritage, bro. They bring Undertaker back for WrestleMania and that. You know what I'm saying? Bring back Pogba, yeah. Pogba, Sancho, Lingard, Martial, blood, and Rashford.
Run it back. Go get Martial from Greece. Lingard's in. Is he in South
Korea?
Yeah,
Korea, yeah.
Go
run
bring
it back, bro. I swear down, run it back, bro, because we're dying right now. No, we're dying right now. Might as well run it back.
It is terrible, man. I don't see like I said, man. I said Manchester United. That's crazy. Yeah, I hear you, man. I am tired already. Like, I don't look forward to watching us. And it's not even about the opposition. It's about us. Like, we're our own biggest obstacle. Like the Sociedad game, the tie should be over. Should have got the second goal. You know what I'm saying? And then Bruno did some foolishness. They scored a penalty. And then the onus is with them. And then we get out of there with a draw. And now it's a game. And
How are you feeling about that? Do you reckon that we handle business?
I'm not gonna lie, Rants. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't. I'm not even gonna lie to you and be like, yeah, we're going to.
Man was like, oh, bruv, I ain't gonna lie. Man, that was a side, like that side said everything man needs to know. You know, hey, we're fucked, Floyd.
We are, right? You know why? Because I don't know. I'm the worst thing about it. It's not about Sociedad. It's not about if Zubimendi comes back, or
it's about what United turn up in it.
Yeah, or if the number 11, we are our own worst enemy. I ain't scared of Sociedad. I'm more scared of Manchester United than I am Sociedad. We could easily draw this game and go out on penalties, easily, because the game could just drift. Because even though they're 9th and we're 14th, we're on the same amount of points.
Yeah,
we're both on the same. They're on the same amount of points in the league as we are in the Premier League. This is two extremely mediocre teams.
Yeah, their teams both in bad form at the moment.
Yeah, because I've never seen a Spanish side in Europe, whether it's Champions League with Atletico, Real, or Barca, or in Europa with Sevilla or Villarreal, be so passive. Place was quiet for 70 minutes. Place was extremely quiet. I expected it to be ferocious, them to be running around 100 miles per hour, the place to be intimidating, and we was out there strolling around for the vast majority of the game until we gave up a penalty, and then there's the change. What are you saying about it,
though? We should win. You hear me? Like, I can't lie. We should win. You know what I'm saying? Would I be surprised if we didn't? No. You know that one's like, this is where we are, Flawless, blood. This is where we are, bro. I wouldn't be surprised, fam. Like, bruv, if by in there, we need him on the bench, at least if it goes to penalties. Because, bro, if it goes to penalties and Ananas and go, forget it, we lost.
Yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Unless they miss the target, it's a wrap. That's it. And yes, Sociedad were I was super surprised how bad they was. Super surprised how quiet the place was and how bad they were going forward. I've never seen a Spanish side perform like that ever in Europe, to my knowledge. Where it was that.
Yeah, they weren't in it. They weren't in the game. They were awful.
They didn't have a shot on target till the penalty.
Yeah.
And then even after that, like, yeah, they had a couple opportunities, but that was that. It's like, yes, we should beat them, but it depends if we just give up a daft goal. Without Maguire, it is an improvement though at the back because we got
for
Maz.
sure, bro. Like
Without Maguire,
it's
that's
so
how.
noticeable, man. Like
Yeah,
with the lit in there, the lit's been quality, man.
De Ligt, Euro, Maz, Heaven, even Lindelof did all right against Arsenal, surprisingly. But with Dorgu back, he'll probably go Maz, De Ligt, one over probably Lindelof, to be honest. We'll probably go De Ligt
Yeah,
right
leave it
side
the
and
same, man.
Lindelof and Euro will go. Actually, because Euro did come off though, didn't he? So it depends on the injury.
Euro
Probably
went
go
off,
De Ligt.
man. They said that he got a knock or something like that.
I think he'll go De Ligt, Maz, Lindelof. I think that'll be the three. Even though I'd rather see Heaven play. I play Maz, the right side centre back, and put De Ligt as the central centre back. And then they'll probably maybe Cass, Bruno, Dorgu. Unfortunately, Dalot will play. And then probably the same front three. They'll probably go Garnacho, Eriksen, Zirkzee. That's what I think he'll go with.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, even though
then Bruno Cass, because he said that Ugarte is probably not back here.
Yeah.
And then he needs to play Heaven, bro. I can't lie. You can play Heaven, Mazraoui, and De Ligt at the back, and then play Dalot and Dorgu. Now, even if Lenny Euro has recovered from the knock, just rest him anyway, bro.
Yeah. No need with that. Those three at centre back, you're fine. Have him on the bench there. Yeah, Ramadan Sunshine just said Ramadan Maz, you lot are jokers.
Bro,
yeah,
listen, he's been possessed, you know. I see my man like breaking into the box and that, getting forward, doing what he's supposed to be doing, bro. This is all that we've needed.
Guy getting on the end of crosses. You know what I'm saying that. Like, we ain't seen that all season. Tired of seeing Dalot, but he gonna play him. At this point, I'm like, just play anyone there at wing back, play an Amas, play someone. You got a youth player who can do the wing back thing alongside Dorgu playing left side, because Dalot is just useless. Like that cross at the end just sums him up.
Oh, yeah, the left-footed one.
Yeah. See, you already,
bro, that was nuts, bro. Listen, bro, when I saw that, I was just thinking, you know what? I've ran out of words for this guy now.
You know? I was just like, yo, just go away, man. At this point,
the manager will tell us we need more players like Dalot, bro, because he don't get injured.
No, we need more players like of better quality. That's what we need. Stop it. Him, Bruno, need to stop it. Like, I don't know if you say, oh yeah, because you ain't on Twitter with this great thread from this United archive guy talking about Bruno. Oh, beautiful. And he was talking about how many times. Let me actually find the thread. How he's cost us more goals in the last few games than he's actually contributed to.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. But bro, but brother, I've been telling people about this, but you need to understand, a lot of people that don't understand football can only consume it, via numbers, because that's the only way to kind of simplify it for these football illiterate fans, because that's what it is, bro. Like, they're football illiterate, bro. Like, a lot of men are ain't got the football literacy skills, and it's like, anyone that watches this brother play, and can't see the problems that he causes from a structural point of view, then they just don't have the literacy skills when it comes to football, bro. And this is just what it is, bro. So it's like, man will score goals and get assists, and I say that loosely because man stats ain't even all that, but man will get a goal and an assist, and it will completely overshadow all the bullshit. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well.
It will overshadow all the bullshit. It will do.
And he was cooking people in the replies, like the Everton game. The 2 times we conceded was Bruno.
Yeah, he cost us both goals in the Everton game. Yeah, and then the man was saying, "Oh, Bruno's our best player. What are you talking about, bro? Whatever, innit? Your best player. Yeah, say that."
So negative. Oh, he played well against Fulham. 69% pass accuracy. 69.
This is what I'm trying to say, bro. Like, it's madness, bro. This is what people do, bro. This is exactly what people do.
69% pass accuracy, playing in the pivot.
Bro, it's one of them ones where you see in football, like, people struggle to see the bigger picture in football with loads of different things. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is it. You got to understand in football, like, it's never 1 + 1 = 2 in football. It's never that simple. Football's a strange game like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, when, Like, well, even when you look at Arsenal, yeah, they've scored more goals without Saka than with Saka, bro. Like,
That's crazy.
do you know what I'm saying? Does that mean that they're a better team without him?
Of course not.
Maybe, but they can't be. But
Of course
are
not.
they?
Like, listen,
You know
you
them
know-
ones there. Like this is what football's about. Because then you need to look at, hold on, but who have they played? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like you have to look at other things. You can't just look and say, you know what, Arsenal are a better team without Saka because they've scored more goals without him. Like, bro, that football don't work like that.
Yo,
Do you know what I'm
people
saying?
be
Like
foolishness.
that's the most simplified way to look at the game. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, people on foolishness. That's what it is.
Yeah, like how can it be a better team without him, bro? Like, no. Do you get it? So just because a man is scoring you goals, it doesn't mean that man is making the team better, bro. It doesn't mean that.
No.
Do you know what I mean? There could be a man in the team, like CR7 was scoring goals for us, but he's making the team worse.
And we've seen it happen. I keep referencing Van Nistelrooy. Bad boy. One of the best finishes I've ever seen at
Scoring
Manchester
bare
United.
goals, but we got one Premier League title in the 4 years that he was there.
Period. But we sold him and got better.
Yeah, we did.
And he was cold. Don't get
There
that
you go.
for those that don't know, Van Nistelrooy was a bad boy striker. Without
you.
doubt, one of the best finishes I've ever seen at the club. But the team got better when we sold him. Because there was other
this is
players
the
who were better
point.
for the team.
But
But people
Flawless,
don't
this is the
understand.
point. Same
Yeah,
thing happened with Roy Keane. We let Keane go. We brought in Michael Carrick, won the Champions League.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is how football works, bro.
People on some
This is how
foolishness.
football works. So, like, it doesn't mean that Van Nistelrooy is not good, blood.
Exactly.
It doesn't mean he's not good, bro.
That and think he's a terrible striker. It's like, no.
Brother, this player got like 150 goals in like 3 seasons or something like that.
Crazy, yo.
You know what I mean? You
It's
can't say that
motivating.
man's not good, like, do you know what I mean? But the team got better, bro. Like, when he left. That's a fact. It's not an opinion. Do you know what I'm saying?
The results.
Like, no one was saying, how would we replace his goals when he left? We weren't saying that. We were like, yo, Fergie sees something. All right, cool, let's run it.
I was young. I thought Fergie had lost his mind. I'm like,
Come on,
how are we selling a 30 goal a season, man? I was like, what's going on? I was like, bear in mind, we had Rooney at the time, who was like 18, 19. Ronaldo was like 18, 19. Zaha was injured on the regular. I'm like, yo, what's going on? But it worked.
But this is what I'm trying to say, bro. Like, and this Ruud van Nistelrooy 150 goals in 155 appearances. We don't even know what the GA is for that, because I'm sure there's a few assists there as well. You know them ones. But man weren't doing this GA crap in them days. You know them ones. I'm sure his numbers are insane. I'm sure they are. If you add the assists as well, I'm sure they're nuts. Do you get what I'm saying? Crazy. But the point is, no one was like, oh, how are we going to replace the goals? Like, bro, you need to understand, yeah, football is a team game, innit? You can collectively make the team better by taking away a player that in isolation does good things.
Yes.
Because football's not a game that's played in isolation, bruv.
It's a team, because it's a team game, people. That's why. And certain players are better foils for certain players.
Facts.
That's all that is.
Like, so all these men were saying that Weghorst was shit, yeah, but Rashford wasn't thinking that.
No, Rashford was like, he helps me. Because you can have a player. I'm
asking what?
Yeah, you can have a player who's 9 out of 10, but the players around him, he's not a great foil for. But you can have a player who plays a 7, but he's better for the two wingers around.
Yeah.
And he gets them playing better, for example. Yeah, people are foolishness. That's what that is.
Yeah, man said in one breath you say football's simple, next breath you say it's more complicated. Bro, listen, everything's simple when you understand it. I understand it, so it's simple for me. I'm saying it's complicated for certain people because they don't understand football. Do you understand? Like, driving is simple for me because I know how to drive.
Well, if you put me behind the wheel, I'm a struggle. Because I don't know how to drive.
Well, there you go. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of them ones.
That's
so, you know what I mean? Like, so, like, bro, like, man needs to understand. Like, simple, yeah. Simple will always be subjective. It will always be subjective.
Yeah, like I said, it depends.
Do you know what I'm saying?
It's like making content. This is the
reality.
Because we just get up and do this every day. Whereas for someone who's new, they'll be like, "How do you do this? What do you say?"
Yeah, but that's the point, Flawless. If man said, Rants, how do you run your channel? I was like, I turn on my camera, go live, talk, turn it off. It's easy.
It's easy, but
Yeah, but not everyone can do it.
yeah.
So what are we
But you
talking about? So it's not easy, but it is. Do you get
It's
it?
easy for us. Yeah. Like you said, for certain, because it's like when people, I've noticed this, when people get into this, they're like, I didn't realize so much went into this and how
Come
tough
on,
it was.
bro.
Like they didn't realize. And of course, we ain't doing the hardest thing in the world, but it's tough if you don't know what you're doing. It's simple
Everything
now.
is easy when you know how to do it, bro.
Yeah.
And this is why I say, yeah, like certain things, yeah, are very, very simple, but they're simple to me because I get it. Do you know what I'm saying? They're simple to me because I get it. But if you don't understand how the mechanics of football work, yeah, you can't understand how you can take, yeah, a 25 goal a season striker out of a team, yeah, and get better. You won't understand that because you don't understand how football works.
That's it. Because too many people think stats and GNA in particular attacks is it. That's why I'm not hearing this about Bruno, because he cost us more than he helps us. Just because you
guess
say
what?
we're McTominay did.
But you know why they don't
that.
understand that, Flawless? You know why they don't
Yeah.
understand that? Because there's not stats for when he costs us games.
No.
Because if there was stats for that, then you would understand. If there was stats.
If it was like NBA rants where they have the net, where they have the minus.
Brother, that's it. If there was stats, yeah, for losing the ball, yeah, when it leads to a goal, yeah, if they started publishing those stats, then all of a sudden it's a different fucking game. I'd say players like him and Garnacho, blood, they'll be in the minus.
Yeah, I'm looking here. Yeah, we conceded 5 directly, indirectly by Bruno. This is from that tweet. 2 poor passes yielding possession to Everton, from which they scored. 1 directly from a counter and 1 lost in the possession, which gave Everton, from which they scored. A hoof-up field versus Ipswich, which came directly back and they scored. Heading the ball out for a corner when attempting an aerial duel, from which Fulham scored, taking us to penalties, ultimately getting us knocked out. The handball in our area versus Sociedad. This is, and then he went on to say, this is like thanking a surgeon for successful operation, even though it was him who stabbed you. You won't see these stats anywhere.
But this is what I'm saying.
Cooking this United.
But this is what I'm saying, bro. Do you understand? Like, this is exactly what it is, bro. Like, but they don't put those stats next to the GA stats. They don't. There's a reason why they don't put them there. Do you know what I'm saying? But people that understand football can understand that more than one thing can be true at the same time. His positional indiscipline, his possessional ill discipline as well, because he's not disciplined on the ball, he's not disciplined off the ball. Yeah, these things are what cost teams games. This is what costs teams games. You know, he's always got a free role on the pitch, no matter what system we play in. Because he had one under Oli, he had one under Ten Hag, and he's still got one under this manager as well, blood. Like, bare times, man runs out the pivot and just leaves Cass by himself. Bare times. Do you know what I'm saying?
And this is why you get the GNA, because you have the free role to do what you want. 69% pass accuracy, and you're playing in the pivot. Are you crazy?
Well, this is 69. The point. This is the point. But as long as my man keeps getting stats, people that can't comprehend the game of football will always argue.
Piss take, man.
You know what I'm saying? Your pivot midfielder can't afford to have a 68% pass accuracy. That's insanity. Now, these are the guys that are supposed to be ticking the game over and controlling it. Your job is literally to control the tempo of the game. Like, imagine if Scholes, because Scholes used to play in the pivot for us. Imagine if Scholes had 68% pass completion, bro. We wouldn't win Premier League titles with 68% in there.
You're supposed to just be keeping it simple, not doing too much in there. Because that means what? 7 out of every 10 passes is successful, pretty much. That's not it. And we've seen you give the ball away in quick succession because you get a lot of touches. Like the 2 times we conceded against Everton. Oh my God, get a piss off, man. It's outrageous.
It's amazing. It's a mad thing. Yo, man said Rashi scored 20 goals twice. What's that? Man said for Martial 1920.
Yeah.
With Martial 1920. 2021 he scored 5 with CR7. Well, yeah, exactly. He scored 5 with CR7 because CR7 took the goals from him and Bruno, which is what I said would happen before he came. Then he scored 30 with Martial and Weghorst, then scores 8 with Rasmus. Exactly. Again, because Rasmus don't offer nothing other than scoring, and same with CR7. It was exactly the same thing. But I predicted this when he came in. This is not a rocket science. And I also said when Rasmus came in as well, I said him and Rashford can't play together. I said that. It's on wax. Because I understand football, bro. Like the only way them two could have coexisted in a team is if we had a false nine, like a split striker, and they played either side, and Rasmus played on the right and Rashford played on the left. Yeah. They only play together if they played in a similar manner to Mane and Salah. That's the only way they would have been able to coexist in a team because they don't complement each other.
That's all. And that's what it is. Football's about partnerships, chemistry, and who works well with who.
Facts. That's what it will always be about. Do you know what I mean? Oh, this super chat's killing me. Man said he's like shit version of Harden. I hear it. Like man say, yeah. Then man said with James, yeah, yo, this ain't championship winning basketball, fam.
They told you, like that. So far they've been right.
Yeah.
So far they've been right. They've been spot on. Spot on.
You ain't lying.
What we
You
doing?
know what I'm saying? And that's what it is, people. So yeah, man, the game is the game, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like Bruno don't play championship winning basketball. He don't.
Yeah.
You know, like that. He's a regular season player, bro. And it's
okay. Regular. Everything about him is regular. Everything.
It's true.
Is regular. That's why when you say he's regular season, regular, he gonna put up numbers. Just go and try audacious stuff. You like Jordan Poole, man. Like Jordan Poole coming off the bench for the Wizards because Jordan Poole go get highlights because Jordan Poole just go and do Jordan Poole stuff.
I hear it.
You know what I'm saying? Spin it around the back and all that. You know what I'm saying? You don't try things, try to put the ball between someone's legs and all this stuff. 360 windmills and all. Like that's Jordan Poole for you. You know, he gonna do that wild stuff.
Nah, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. You know what I'm saying? You lot are sick, man. You lot run up the lights though, man. You know what I mean? The lights are slacking. Do you know what I mean? We are watching the Barcelona game. Do you know what I mean? That's coming on next. And we're also doing the Liverpool game. Make sure you subscribe to Sarcasm City. The link is in the title. What you got coming up as well, my bro, for the rest of the day?
Yeah, firstly, big up for having me. Much appreciated, fam, as always. Secondly, yes, like Rant said, please subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. Over halfway now to 15K, so we're getting there. Watch alongs, but more so on the playback, people. So watch alongs on the playback. Champions League back for the recap sports Q&A 11 p.m. UK time on the YouTube, and then there's NBA games all over on the playback as well. So check out the schedule on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube and the Sarcasm City TV playback as well. Because if anyone has an NBA League pass, you can use it to sync up with us on the playback as well. If you have
wavy,
you can just click it. And also I've been giving out VIP passes as well, so you can watch the game with us. So we're all synced up, same stream, same time, so there's no spoilers.
That's it. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Big up everyone inside, man. Let's get these lights up. We're gonna redirect, and yeah, man, we're going into Barcelona, Benfica, guys. Big up.